If you
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening.
So let us start the program.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Okay.
So our today's topic is.
Oh, sir, may I introduce you first? Then.
Surely.
Okay. So it has already been 6:15 actually, so it is better to start now.
Yes.
So first of all, very good evening to all of you. The respected speaker for this today's session, Professor Swami Ved Gananda has already joined this session. So before he start delivering his speech, let me introduce him first. So Professor Swami Dr. Ved Gananda is an ardent monk of Ramakrishna ideal, and he has been teaching chemical engineering for the past 38 years. Professionally, Professor Ved Gananda was inceptor and the founder head of the Department of Chemical Engineering, Heritage Institute of Technology, and presently working as a professor of chemical engineering. He is the honorary president of Vivekananda Institute of Environment and Management, Kolkata, where he steered as an expert various societal projects, sustainable technology and circular economy, green audit, and package development for wastewater. Professor Ved Gananda is the sectional committee member, permanent, and president, Engineering Science 2019, Indian Science Congress, Government of India. Professor Ved Gananda frequently serves as the various high power committees, for example, CSIR in EERI, Manas Committee, WBSC Service Commission, Head Examiner, Chemical Engineering of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, MACAUT, Office Bearer of Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers, Calcutta, and also a yoga advisor of Yogastha, IIT Bombay. His research area includes environmental engineering with emphasis on bioprocess engineering and wastewater treatment, sustainable technology. Professor Ved Gananda regularly serves as invited speaker in Prasar Bharati, Government of India, and other media channels, and he also involved himself in imparting training to executives in renowned industries of India. So this is a very short introduction of our respected speaker. Now I will request Professor Swami Ved Gananda ji to start delivering his speech, and this is my request to my students, the participants also. So please pay your attention. I hope that you'll be learning a lot of things from this speech. So thank you, sir. So what do you, sir? You may start sharing this.
Oh, surely.
Thank you.
It is a matter of great privilege to start this lecture today. Actually, Jadavpur University, it is my alma mater. I had my graduation from Jadavpur University in 1981, and also subsequently I had my PhD there. The topic already you have got, the orientation program of Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering. So I hope you have got it, got the topic. Could you see this presentation? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Could you see the
It is
presentation?
actually full. The entire screen is not visible. Actually, some of the portion is actually we can't see. I think it is in Zoom. You can go for the slides option. Then I think it will be better visible.
Okay. Just a minute. This is
So at the bottom there is one sign for the slide, so you can click on it just near the percentage where 100% is showing Zoom.
that sharing I went.
Yes, in the actually PPT slide, you can go there. At the bottom side, there is an option to go for this full slide. So
So whether it is sharing?
Yes, it is shared. We can see, but that is actually the entire screen is not visible actually. Some of the portion is cut down.
Oh.
So if you go for this full slide, so I think this participants can see.
Is it that? So this is the second slide. Could you see?
Yes, participant, could you please respond and confirm? You can see it.
Yes, sir.
Whether you see the second slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So already I have been introduced, and this is our alma mater. This is our alma mater, Jadavpur University. And Jadavpur University already you already got to know that initially it was National Council of Education, started in 1905, and followed by Bengal Technical Institute, College of Engineering and Technology. It is in 1910. The objective of the Jadavpur University is to know is to grow. And today, perspective of Jadavpur University, that it has become Jadavpur University in 24th December 1955 as per the State Act of the University. And that is why our university's convocation, that is also we celebrate on 24th December. And after that slide, we will have our, picture of the building, that is Prayukti Bhavan, where the ETC department is being seated. And here we are, whether the students are there in the institute or they are there in their respective home. Hello? Hello, please.
Participant, please respond. Participant.
No, you must be knowing that whether the students are there in the university or they are responding from home.
No, actually, I think they are at their home, at their residence, actually, not in institute.
Oh, I see, I see. So already the students, they have joined the classes, seated in the Prayukti Bhavan.
Yes,
The
sir. Actually,
classes were
classes
hosted in-
started. Yes, sir. Classes have started. Already started. Classes already. started.
Oh, okay. So that means that Prayukti Bhavan, you know it already. And they are the glory of Jadavpur University. Do you know the picture of this man? Have you seen that?
No.
This is the picture of Professor Shubir Raha. Professor Shubir Raha, you have not seen, but in our time, he was the type of the stature, what our that Mashelkar, or you can say the Mukesh Ambani, and they are having that stature. Professor Shubir Raha was also had that stature. He was the chairman cum managing director of ONGC. The ONGC is a big chemical organization, but Professor Shubir Raha, he actually graduated from your department. So he is the highest level alumni of your department. That is why his photo is being given. And then we are going to discuss what we are going to discuss now. So we are going to discuss, the first thing is the professionalism and versus spirituality. The second is the concept of pollution. The third is need for sustainable growth. The fourth is goal of sustainable development. The next one is the contemporary issues, and ultimately the sustainable and holistic life. And lastly, the Swami Vivekananda's vision towards youth. So we can go one by one. This is the slide. First, the slide, it describes what is pollution. It is being taken from the Microsoft encyclopedia. And in simple terms, pollution can be seen as the wrong substance in the wrong place, in the wrong quantities, at the wrong time. So that means a thing is quite natural, quite normal, but when that comes as wrong, the wrong, adjective is being imbibed on it, then inducted on it, then immediately it becomes pollution. That's why the normal life becomes a polluted life. And you see, what is that aberration? The aberration means that what we are expected to be and what we cannot do. For example, say this is a visual pollution. Here is a visual pollution. Say some butcher is cutting, say the chicken or goat. So that is very painful. Or such type of, or the solid waste management may not be proper. So that is a type of problem. So that is the aberration in aberration. And the other thing is the alienation. That means what the youth of you can say the teenagers, so they are expected to be, but they are lacking their fulfillment. So all these things are slowly cropping into, penetrating in our society. And that's why this type of orientation program, what the university is has adopted, so that is very much necessary for us. Now the next slide is the environment management. The man is forced to preserve his environment with the help of science and through legislation, both for his own survival and for the good of the planet in which he lives. Science proposes to educate man on the method of keeping the environment clean by less of pollution, cleaning the effluents, recycling of non-biodegradable products, and looking for cleaner technology. And here is our legislation. Legislation imposes standards to be maintained and imposes penalty for any violation. But one should understand that legislation alone, that cannot make the society a very clean and green. And that's why what is required, that is nothing but our own consciousness, our own awareness. Now, let us come to our normal plane where we belong. So you see, say a few years back, say around, say in 2006, that means in, say 18 years back. So these things are not existed. iPhone, iPad, Kindle edition, 4G, Uber, Android, Instagram and Thread, WhatsApp. So these things were not existed. Does it mean that a society were surviving without any fulfillment? But there are when this type of technology advancement that has taken place, then definitely there are things of the easygoing life, but there are certain problems also. Our next slide is the slide for industrial evolution. And for that, we started from Industry 1.0, that is at the end of 18th century, introducing mechanical production machines powered by water and steam. Then followed by that is beginning of the 20th century, introducing mass production lines powered by electric energy. Then the Industry 3.0, beginning of the 7th decade of the 20th century, that is Industry 3.0, Industrial Revolution. Though through the use of electronics and IT, further progression in autonomous production, and now it is Industrial Revolution based on cyber physical systems. So this is of today. So these are the 4 criteria of industrial development. And there are top 10 skills to be relevant in Industry 4.0 in 2020 and as contrasted with in 2015. So in 2015 also there is problem solving, complex problem solving, but the dimension has changed in 2020. In 2015, it was coordinating with others, and in 2020, it is critical thinking. 2015, it was people management. For example, say when we were when we went to industry and also settled in the academic level, then our concept was that people, those are having more emotional quotient, not the IQ, the intelligence quotient. So those are people are more success. But now in 2020, this motive has been taken place in terms of creativity. Then critical thinking, then people management, coordinating with others, then quality control, judgment and decision making, service orientation, negotiation, cognitive flexibility. You see, in 2015, the creativity was in 10th position, but in 2020, it was in 3rd position. That means how the dimension of the our lifestyle scale or the scale of success that is being changed day by day, that we can understand through this slide. Now, innovation and technological developments in 2024. So what are these things? Is there any idea regarding that? I request the student friends to interact with this. If you wish, you can send the using the message, or you can interact also. I request the students to provide the proper inputs regarding this. What is your idea? Anyone? Hello? Hello? Any idea, students, friend, regarding innovations and technological developments in 2024? Akashdeep, any idea? Hello, Akashdeep. So, anyone is interested? Now, this is being stated in the next slide, that is quantum computing. Quantum computing is a combination of physics, mathematics, and computer science. Quantum computing uses quantum mechanics to solve complex problems. It can perform a large number of calculations at once and is expected to be used in many fields, including drug discovery and genome sequencing. The next is the generative AI. The use is expected to increase from 55% in 2023 to 70% in 2024. Robotic process automation, electrification, that the continuous use of the electric cars that they are replacing the automobiles, the automobile engines, 5G technology. These are the innovations for 2024. Now, what are the benefits of such technological developments? First of all, it is hassle-free system, efficiency and target level increased. The whole world is within the grip, 3D printing, evaluation of concept of borderless engineering, and amalgamation of compartments, engineering, medical, and management science. So these are the things. Now, what are the problems of such technological developments? First of all, the inadequate practice of green economy, then short time syndrome. The short time syndrome, it is a great syndrome for the great hazard for the, particularly youth and teenagers, that one cannot concentrate. One cannot concentrate for few minutes also. So always we have the idea of looking through the smartphone and like that. Then the inadequate physical activities, too much dependence on virtual systems, suffering of aesthetic qualities, and degeneration of value systems. So these are the problems of technological developments. Now, all such developments, this indiscriminate development is not always helpful for the society. The eternal cosmic equation that if something is the thesis, that means something is the research work, so there should be, it has got some antithesis, and then thesis and antithesis, so they work hand in hand to become synthesis. So what is meaningful for the society? This is the sustainable technology for all comprehensive growth. So development versus sustainable development. Development versus sustainable development. What is sustainability? Development which would exist in the long run, based upon the principle of nature, encompasses the utilization of renewable sources, strike a balance between production and consumption, adopts principles of green chemistry. So these are the different types of the different, you can say, the gametes of sustainability. Now, what are the goals of sustainable development? First of all, use of renewable energy source of energy, solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, bioenergy. Then conserve depleting non-renewable sources. Conserve depleting non-renewable sources, zero discharge of effluents, clean and biodegradable product formation, reduce carbon footprint, limit undesirable consumption. This undesirable consumption, this is a great problem to achieve the green economy. For example, say you have gone somewhere, we have gone somewhere, and there you see the Bisleri bottles, the plenty of Bisleri bottles that is being kept, and you just took one, have a sip with that, and simply you left it, and then again took another one. But the concept is, if you have taken one bottle, you should carry the bottle in your pocket. So that is the practical concept of green economy. That is the practical concept of green economy. Now, these are the some aspects of sustainable development. Uses renewable energy sources of energy, solar, wind, hydro, bio, etc. Stop depleting non-renewable sources of nature. Zero discharge of effluents. Whatever effluents are being discharged, so that effluent has been treated in such a fashion that the environment is not polluted with effluent. Then clean and biodegradable product formation, limits undesirable consumption, The role of chemists, technologists, and engineers dealing with principles of sciences. We will show you certain examples. The green chemistry, a novel concept. The green chemistry, a novel concept. Green chemistry is the utilization of a set of principles that reduces or eliminates the use of or generation of hazardous substances in the design, manufacture, and application of chemical products. Green chemistry is about waste minimization at source, use of catalyst in place of reagents, using non-toxic reagents, use of renewable energy sources, improved atom economy, use of solvent-free or recyclable, environmentally benign solvent systems. So these are the very important concepts of green economy. We are showing one classic route of ibuprofen. That ibuprofen is a compound which is used as a painkiller. So when someone has got the problem of pain, so generally we use ibuprofen. And there are two varieties. One is the classic route. That route involves the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 steps to get the actual product. And this is the Waste. Waste is a German company, and they are producing the same compound using only 4 steps. And that is why you see when the steps have been halved, that means earlier it was 8 steps required, now it is 4 steps required. So we can imagine that how much is the saving of the manpower, saving of the raw material, and it is how it is a hassle-free system. So now this sustainable development, we require to combat climate change by use of renewable energy. So most of the gases, 99% in the Earth's atmosphere, do not absorb or emit radiation. Earth's climate is controlled by trace gases. So this 1% trace gases, so these are the mostly, culprit you see. And then 20th century global greenhouse gas mean changes in Earth atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is increased by 31%. Methane is increased by 151%. Ozone tropical ozone is increased by 31%. And nitrous oxide is increased by 31%. And these are the varieties of renewable energy sources. The first one is the solar photovoltaic, most abundantly used. Next is solar thermal, then the wind energy, hydropower in North Bengal and some area, this is very much needed, biomass, ocean energy, and geothermal energy. And this is the solar energy approach, the sunlight to fuel via biomass, photovoltaics, microbial synthesis of biofuels using photosynthesis, direct photochemical or photoelectrochemical to fuel conversion. And that what we are getting methanol, we are getting ethanol, all our fuels. We are getting butanol, we are getting hydrogen, hydrocarbons, and electricity. So these are the scheme of solar energy approaches. Now, this is the Kolkata's only, actually the housing complex that is known as Ravirashmi Abasan. It is in New Town. You see how the rooftops, the solar photovoltaic panels are being introduced. there are the pools this side, so that the establishment, it will be very cool. At the same time, that is known as the solar passive architecture. There are the louver system. The louver system, I don't know whether it is understandable to you or not. Say, if you visit the Lucknow or say Murshidabad, so you will find that the old buildings, there are no fans, no ACs, but there is continuously the flow of cold air. So this automatic breathing system is known as louver. So here is also on the rooftop, there are the louver system, and there are the solar panels on these windows. So by this process, it is not only the electricity consumption is being decreased. At the same time, these buildings, the building owners, they can contribute the electricity, the solar power to the grid system, and by this process, they will get the subsidy as per the Government of India rules. Now, these are the solar thermal. So we generally, I say to, since renewable energy is our in the institute where I put my service, so that there is a renewable energy MTech department, and naturally I am the professor of renewable energy also, and there we say to our students that you, instead of buying the good dresses and such type of things, or good quality of mobile phones, you can during the puja or during the Christmas time, you can buy a solar cooker, and then we can have, you can have in your own family the type of the khichdi and type of the community lunch that is being, cooked using the solar power without any gas or electricity. So this is the system, and particularly you see now the cold bridge has already started. So the solar thermal and the geyser associated with that, so that produces very beautiful, the quality of hot water. This is shifting of carbon economy to hydrogen economy. So these are the sources of hydrogen from fossil fuel to refiner, or from renewable energy to electrolyzer, nuclear power to electrolyzer, and biological methods. So there also we can produce the hydrogen, and these are the fuel cell. So that is our the only goal for that. Already in some countries, the fuel cell operated buses that has already been started. So this is a electrochemical device that generates electricity, requires a continuous flow of reactants, uses pure hydrogen gas or hydrocarbons as fuel. The use of hydrocarbons may require a reformer. Basic fuel cells contain an anode, cathode, and an electrolyte. So this is a type of the operating principle of a proton exchange membrane fuel cell. And that proton exchange membrane fuel cell, there we are getting electric current. These are the catalyst, hydrogen from the tank, oxygen from the air, and this is the exhaust. So this is the basic scheme of operating the proton exchange membrane fuel cell. Here are some of my original contributions towards sustainable development. A need for utilization of clinical waste. Nowadays, availability of suitable feedstock for commercial exploitation of a bioprocess is of paramount importance. Isolation and purification of proteolytic means those are the protein lover enzymes. from human anatomical waste. Example, placental extract. You see, one childbirth means one generation of placenta. And that placenta is a storehouse of very costly type of enzymes. For example, trypsin or chymotrypsin. You see the trypsin, 1 gram pure trypsin, it costs 15,000 rupees, just 1 gram. And chymotrypsin, that is further costly than this. And those type of costly enzymes, so that is not only used for the drug research, it is also required for the cancer treatment. So this is one method that is known as affinity ultrafiltration. We are the pioneer in the world for doing such thing. At our Jadavpur University, we started in 1996, when even the developing country, they did not have the concept like this. So it has got 2 phases: affinity ultrafiltration, washing phase and elution phase, where the unbound biomolecules permeate through the ultrafiltration membrane, and the ligand-bound enzyme treated with a suitable buffer solution inside the module to recover the target biomolecule as permeate of ultrafiltration process. These are our indigenous design of the ultrafiltration module. It is a semi-batch dead-ended module with magnetic stirrer. Then there is another type of research that I was directly involved. It was with the MNRE project, MNRE and our state nodal agency, the West Bengal Renewable Energy Development Agency, and the feasibility of a PV, the photovoltaic and reverse osmosis desalination unit. So these we tried in Gujarat, an efficient approach towards renewable energy applications. Let me explain that what we had. The use of reverse osmosis advantages: direct adaptability, electrically driven, ambient operating temperature, less corrosion and scale formation, modularity, avails system enlargement whenever required, energy efficient, low specific energy requirement. It is 3 to 9.4 kilowatt per meter cube of product, well matched, more consumption of drinking water in arid areas. Particularly, we did in the Kutch district of Gujarat, where the water shortage is a great problem. I think those have visited the Dwaraka. The Dwaraka temple is famous, and there, just beside the Dwaraka temple, there is a temple known as the Rukmini temple. The Rukmini is the queen of Lord Krishna, and that temple, there, those areas, there is tremendous shortage of drinking water, and that's why they say that you are not to offer puja in the temple, but when the devotees, they should pay for the drinking water project, like that. So there we did the PV RO desalination unit, and these are the limitations: the requirement of pre-treatment. The RO plant, depending upon feed, requires pre-treatment. The area constraint, the area requirement, high energy demand intensive. The derating and degradation, performance of PV modules affected by increase in operating cell temperature. Performance also drops at about 1% per year basis. Maintenance requires low maintenance, but expenses in replacing battery may not be economically feasible. Weather dependency and reliability. The generation of electricity dependent on availability of isolation, Design involves expenditure in arranging a backup during non-sunny, partly sunny days. So these are the limitations of PV RO plant. This is a very simple flow sheet of our project. So it is directly the sea water is being taken from the Kutch area, from Arabian Sea. These are the pre-treatment stage. These are the first stage. These are the second stage. This is the reject, and this is the second stage reject. This is the energy recovery device, and this is about the simplified flow sheet, and ultimately we are getting the product from here. These are the performance data of RO plant. The pressure is so and so, influent stage 1, stage 2, TDS is so and so, then membrane characteristics is so and so, number of leaves, then specific energy requirement kilowatt hour per meter cube, it is 3.0 to 9.4 of product, considered 5 of product in design. Capacity meter cube per day is 50. Variables accounted by fouling factor 0.7, concentration, polarization, pressure drop in brine and permeate. And this is little technical from the standpoint of core engineering, but one should understand that this is a really acceptable design. This is really acceptable design, particularly the areas where the the villagers and also the arid areas, the people are suffering. So from that standpoint, this is a very excellent technology. These are the required power system for solar voltaic, photovoltaic system, and for diesel generator set. This is the carbon dioxide emission calculations, and this is very much needed. You see, that calculation is being shown using mass fraction of carbon in diesel fuel, lifespan of capital recovery period, load factor, energy rating from diesel generator to the plant. The HDL is number of daylight hours. PAC is the AC output power, heat energy produced, fuel consumption rate, rate of carbon burning, rate of carbon dioxide emission, total carbon dioxide emission saving over lifespan of the planet, and oxygen consumption. Now, these are the final results of the project. That is water cost for diesel driven, it is 0.83 rupees. That means the 83 paisa per 1 liter. For PV driven, it is 0.78. Specific capital cost is 843.79, and for PV driven, it is 1013.88 rupees per liter per day. Mass of fuel burnt, this is this much. For diesel driven only, mass of carbon burnt, this is per kg per year. Mass of carbon dioxide produced per year. That means if we use the solar PV model, that model ultimately saves so much carbon footprint, and oxygen depleted for diesel driven set, that is 104 metric ton per hour per year. A techno-economic investigation has been conducted to study the feasibility of 2 alternative designs for a 15 meter cube per day RO plant for coastal areas of Gujarat, India. Design options induced a fully diesel-driven RO plant and a fully PV RO plant. The optimal design selection was based upon cost of RO system, cost of primary energy, and cost of PV system. Now, these are the I am going into the other aspects of my presentation. I just wish to get a feedback. I wish to get a feedback from the participants that whether it is understandable, or if you have any question regarding this. Any question or any?
Yes, dear students, if you have any question, please ask. Or you can also share your comments or thoughts in the chat box also. That is also allowed.
Yes. Because the other part, I mean, up to this was that totally technology driven. Now the portion that what I will address, that is, you can say, the concept driven. Okay. Shall I continue, or is there any?
Yes, sir. I think they may ask questions also at the end of the delivering of the lecture also.
Okay, okay, very good. Okay.
You may pass.
So this is the, you can say this is the Government of India's trust area, that is endeavors for rural development. And initially I have listed certain schemes. For example, Government of India schemes, Integrated Child Development Services, that is known as ICDS, that is mostly run by Government of India and also UNICEF. Allocated this and so crores for, this is little old data, for food, education, healthcare, immunization to children under 6 years of age and their mothers. Then 3 aspects of sustainable engineering and technology for rural development: water, sanitation, and hygiene. And that is why they say that the WASH program, the UNICEF runs WASH program from block and panchayat level. Then the next is the ISGBP2, that is institutional strengthening of Gram Panchayat program. I mean, it's a second version. This is a World Bank funded project, so that Government of India operates. And naturally, our ashram, the Vivekananda Institute of Environment Management, they are also stakeholders regarding this. I mean, few years back, Jadavpur University also got some of the, I mean, benefits of the project in the ISLM, that means the inter school and that faculty. There, I mean, I think what is that? That water resources engineering. So there they got some benefits. Then Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Livelihoods Mission, that is Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, helps to provide self-employment to millions of villagers. Now, the message of Swami Vivekananda towards sustainable development. The 125th anniversary was of Chicago, Swami Vivekananda's Chicago address. It was in 2019. And naturally, every year we celebrate this, the anniversary of Chicago. Swami Vivekananda went to Chicago to address World Parliament of Religions. And because of this historical event, Westerners came to know about rich potential and culture of India. Swami Vivekananda proclaimed that a combination of modern science and technology with ancient Indian ideas would evolve. This is, you see, how the novel was his system, that he has included the modern science and technology, at the same time ancient Indian ideas would evolve a new dimension in the society. India's major population is village-centric. People owe to their traditional values. The utilization of indigenous technology for rural development. If you study Swami Vivekananda's life, you will find that now you see that there are the, I don't wish to name the particular manufacturing organizations, but there are so many organizations, they are manufacturing the water filters, the candle type of filters. And if you use this, you will find that, say, after, say, 15 days or a particular throughput, the candle needs to be changed. And naturally, candle needs to be changed means what? You reject that candle and you have to buy a fresh candle. But Swami Vivekananda said that instead of doing this type of candle filter, if one uses the a very fine sand and also charcoal, and then if you when the sand becomes polluted, then if you just burn it, then all the carbonaceous part that will go, and then it can be again used. So this type of indigenous technology, I have one recently. I have started one project of you see, preparation of potable water. That means drinking water from some Ayurvedic, some shrubs, some plants. So that is giving excellent result. So what that normal technology with RO technology, the reverse osmosis technology, or such technology cannot give that. So development of science and technology with man and society at its center. That means the earlier concept, the Westerners' concept, that development is for development. The development is for making profit. But here, Swami Vivekananda's idea, the development is for the man. That means for the people and the society. So that should be at the central hub. Then development with holistic, humanistic endeavor. The endeavor which is not holistic, which is not a complete thing, which is, for example, we are doing some sort of modes of development that ultimately that is doing some harm to others. So that is not considered as a development as per Swami Vivekananda's vision. Then unveiling the potential of natural science that he did, enlightened trusteeship, sharing and welfare of downtrodden. And that is the present government of India's, the PPP model. The PPP model means the public-private partnership model. In villagers, we sometimes, recently government of India has started this type of system for making the pure water from the wastewater, where the villagers also help that, help in the process, and the government gives the establishment costs and also the recurring costs, and the benefit that will be shared by the villagers. And the labor part, for operating such plants, that also will be shared by the villagers. So these are the basic ideas of such type of sustainable development. So that is because of Swami Vivekananda. And Swami Vivekananda's conception of indigenous technology, he wrote that let new India arise. Let new India arise. What does it mean? It means out of peasant's cottage, from the farmer's cottage, grasping the plough, out of the hearts of the fishermen, the cobbler and the sweeper. Let her spring from the grocer's shop. Let her emerge from groves and forests, from hills and mountains. Rural India is the substratum of modern India. How the vision of Swami Vivekananda manifested in shaping our country? What are the relevant coveted technology developments for rejuvenation of rural India? So this is one approach for sustainable wastewater management that was done by the CSIR NIRI, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, under the Government of India scheme of Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. The idea is what? The design of effluent management system the on-site assessment, problem identification, treatment requirement, treatability studies, selection of technology based on ranking, delineation of treatment system. So this is the ultimate goal of wastewater management should be treating effectively, economically, and ecologically. So this is the Government of India's vision, and people go for accordingly. This is one, this is of course my own study. That is one activated sludge process at Bangur. Bangur, you know that beside Lake Town, there is a sewage treatment plant. This is the aerator of the plant that is operating, and this is the layout of the plant. So these are the, instead of this Bangur plant is a costly plant, but instead of that, there is a low cost technology. For example, say anaerobic dissolved oxygen not required, accept higher organic loadings, operate without algal photosynthesis. Average detention time is 20 to 50 days, used for the treatment of industrial and agricultural wastes. This is the hyacinth pond, which in Bengali we say there's a kochuri pana. So this is a very efficient treatment. The growth characteristics of hyacinths are available, these hyacinths, because of the temperature criteria in the tropics. It is available within the tropics of Cancer and tropics of Capricorn. So in between that area, but our Kolkata lies within that area. So it is very much available. It grows rapidly, 220 kg per hectare per day up to 600 kg per hectare per day seasonally. Area doubling time about 6 days. That means if you allow 6 days, if the half of the plant was filled, then the full pond will be filled. The density is in pond 224 to 412 tons per hectare, and these can the hyacinth can remove 160 to 670 milligram per day per kg dry plant matter. Phenols, these are the very, you can say, costly organic hazardous substances, nitrogen and phosphorus. Then reed bed root zone treatment. This is a type of treatment we did in many places. If you travel to Mirik Lake near Darjeeling, you will find that we have done one such type of establishment where the macrophytes, that means a typical type of plant species, so they are used at this lagoon, and there the macrophyte, for example, say Hoglapotti or the Typha elementiana, so that plants, they have the capacity of absorbing all the polluted matter from the wastewater and ultimately making wastewater purely free from any impurities. So detention time is 2 to 7 days. Maximum BOD loading is given, hydraulic loading rate given, area requirement given, aspect ratio per bed given, harvesting frequency. That means how many years it will continue, and then again the fresh plant has to be given, that is 3 to 5 years. Then this is a common effluent treatment plant. So this is a Government of India's initiative, and I mean, with the help of the CSIR technology, we did this in many areas, and it was very successful in Gujarat, also in Rajasthan and Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. But we failed in our Kolkata, that leather complex in Bantala. This is the common effluent treatment plant, and these are the inventory of industries. So all the criteria is being listed here. So this is a little more technical. That's why I am not much going into details. But those are interested, we can explain this. This is a flow diagram of the schemes of common effluent treatment plant. So these are the aerator, the heart of the system. These are the sludge drying beds, and these are the chemical tanks where you can say that some of the, for example, lime element, such things are to be given. This is the CETP, the Common Effluent Treatment Plant at Pali. This Pali is the area where the textile industry is tremendous. So a textile industry, its size may be the half the size of a small hutment. একটা ছোট ফ্ল্যাটের অর্ধেকের থেকেও ছোট জায়গাতে একটা ইন্ডাস্ট্রি চলতে থাকে। So naturally, they don't have the facility of the wastewater treatment processes, but government says that unless you treat your wastewater, then the industry will be shut down. So that's why we started the common effluent treatment plant movement. And in Pali is particularly famous for the girls, they know very well that the Sanganari print. So there, and naturally the print is through dyes, and that is why the pollution is too much. So this is a great cases. Now the philosophy and concept of success of endeavor in village level, role of dynamic equilibrium between production and consumption, that earlier we explained, that a green economy, etc. It's a very important principle of achieving sustainability. If rural development is symbolically represented as a triangle, sustainable production and sustainable consumption are two sides. People's awareness is the base of the triangle. From Vivekananda Institute of Environment and Management, our philanthropic endeavor, we hold frequent meetings with villagers to bring the awareness about eco-friendly and economically viable rural-based processes for the benefit of rural communities. Sometimes we help in compiling the views of the rural sectors with reference to their need and formulation of small budget projects for meeting the requirement of the region falling in the trust area of Mission 800 program of Government of India. We should be grateful to numerous statutory organizations and NGOs for working day and night in developing this awareness. One such example is the USAID's Push project. The training module helped the villagers in developing awareness towards renewable energy in addition to the facilities provided by them. Now, what should be the approach? Is it non-corporate approach or corporate approach? The innovation, patent, and produce. This is on Vivekananda Girijana Kalyan Kendra. This is an outskirt of Bangalore, around, not outskirt actually, around 200 kilometers from Bangalore. So on the hills, so these are the tribal people. See how, efficiently they are running their project. So I went there, several times I went there, and this is my last visit there. These are their vocational training hall. This is a small village school, but it has got a smart classroom. I don't know in our university how many smart classroom is there, but that is a small village school, but they have the smart classroom. These are the hostel rooms. You see this is just like the train compartments. The one is the bunk and another is the lower berth. So like that, and this is a very you can say the straw room where the project head, that is Dr. Sudarshan, my friend, so he stays. This is a very simple his area. Method is that one should live very simple. So the conclusion, the key mantras for achieving the goal appropriate science and technologies for New India. According to Swami Vivekananda, our work should be nation-centric, values and ethos-based, innovation-driven, knowledge-intensive, and globally benchmarked, practicing holistic science and technology with rural India at its center hub is what we need today. I am thankful to the organizers for giving me the opportunity of sharing my thoughts with this august gathering. Thank you. So we end here, and the next 10 minutes is for any sort of asking. Yes, sir. So, Professor Nadim, is there any? Professor Nadim? So, hello, sir.
Hello.
I have just now
Hello.
finished. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay. Actually, because due to the network issue, actually I was logged out. Internet connection issue.
Okay.
So, sir, have you finished it?
Just now I finished. I finished. If there is any
Okay, sir,
question,
okay.
the students can put forward that.
Okay, so okay. So, would you like to take question from our audience, means participants?
Yes, if that is there, I will answer. That's all.
Okay, so my request to our dear students, the participants, if you want to ask any question to our sir, or you can also share your thoughts or comments. So please go forward it. You may ask your question, or you can also share your comments. Am I audible to the participants? Akashdeep,
I
Arnav
think
Karmakar.
there is a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, so actually I was there with this session just now. Actually, 2-3 minutes before, actually I logged out due to the internet connection. But I heard, actually, I must say that the presentation was really nice. It was quite informative and enlightening. And so one questions I have, actually, I heard some new terms like solar thermal. In one of your slide, you mentioned solar thermal. So my question is it similar to that solar panel PV technology, or something it is different?
No, actually, solar PV technology, that is what? That is a solar cell and module is there, and that produces electricity.
Okay,
And
yes.
solar thermal is the, some material that will directly absorb sunlight, and by this process it will be heated, and that heat will be transmitted, and we utilize that heat. That's why I told you that solar cooker, the solar cooker is
Right,
available. A small solar cooker, if you can buy it within 1,500 rupees. So that is sufficient for a mini family. I mean, husband, wife, and two children. So they can have the khichdi and such type of
nice,
thing.
nice.
So
So is it
like
already in use anywhere in?
yes, it is available. It is just where from I am just, I mean, it is this, I mean, and where we are broadcasting this. So just from this place, just 200 meters afterwards, there is one solar, Victor Solar. So which
Okay.
is a Tata's, I mean, subsidiary. So there they sell it. Similarly, in the Narendrapur, the Aditya, that means that is a solar shop in Narendrapur Ramakrishna Mission. There also you can buy it.
Okay, nice, sir.
Yeah.
So basically, purpose-wise, it is different actually. The output of this solar panel that we see, that is the output is to generate the electricity. In case
Yes,
of solar
yes.
thermal, it is the heat
Yes.
energy, right?
This is for heating. And when we go to all the, I mean the present day hotels, so they mostly use the solar geysers only.
Okay.
That is the solar thermal technology.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And sir, another question, my actually concern can say that what are the challenges you think to achieve this sustainable development as far as the engineering and technology is concerned? For example, I heard that you said in on your slide that this interdisciplinary collaboration is required, but that means that knowledge of a single domain may not be sufficient always. So,
No, the problem
can
is
you-
not the knowledge. The problem is that you see the awareness. That means whether we will do it or we will not do it. So that decision, that is the mostly, I mean, people are suffering because they are lacking that decision. It is not
Right.
that things are not available, the facilities are not available. Whenever
Okay.
I go, even in Jaipur University, the type of the program we conduct, I hope, have you told your students to join our Vivekananda Institute's program on 18th and 19th? Vice Chancellor will be inaugurating.
Okay, I had not that information.
I sent it to your head of the department and also Chinmay. So they have the information.
Okay, so Chinmay sir may be aware of this. I do not have information.
Let me tell you, sir, they are our Jaipur University's brainchild, that is Dipankar Chaudhary, Professor Dipankar Chaudhary. He is in the Prime Minister's committee, so he is the man for the what is that? Atal Bridge in Mumbai. That is
Right.
world's greatest endeavor. So he is coming on 18th and he will address, it will be there, the program will be there in Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers auditorium, just beside gate number 3. So please.
On which day these programs will be organized, on which day?
18th and 19th December, 2 days.
Okay.
2 days along with lunch and everything, I mean registration and also paper presentation facility. For UG students, it is 500 rupees. For UG students, 500 rupees, including 2 days full lunch and all these things. Okay. So I can, if you send me a WhatsApp, I will send you the registration link.
Okay, sir. Okay, sure.
Thank you very much.
Okay, fine. And sir, thank you actually for accepting our invitations. Actually, last year also you accepted our invitation, and thank you very much for that. We really appreciate, and we also would like to invite you as a speaker for future program. Okay. That you have accepted our invitation.
Okay, thank you very much.
And students, if you have any questions, then you may ask. Otherwise, I will be closing this program. And any you may ask to sir.
I don't think they are having any questions.
Okay. One announcement is there for our students. Please note that you have actually one introduction program with the senior scholar 7:45 p.m. and the coordinator of the SIP program, Chinmay Gopal will be sending the meeting link. So thank you all of you. So here I am actually closing this session. Thanks, sir. Thank you again. Thank you very much.
Let me leave. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sure.